Alright, you already know what time it is. Get the sound settings right. Okay. Alright, gentlemen. Let's work. Gather my place. Just gonna pick up from... Man, why is that trying to conform from scratch? Thought that was... should have been done. Check my settings. Must be auto dumping my cache? No? Why? What are you doing? Because I used some of that file up here, right? Yeah, that is correct. It just decided to reset the whole cache. Oh, it decided to just like crap on a lot. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, what's up, Authority? Oh yeah, we're flying along. Been able to do some good work on my own, so we are at right when the X-Wing comes in here. For the second time, I know I left off with the X-Wing last stream, but we're at the next X-Wing scene. 1 hour 43 minutes out of 2 hours 15. So we are in the final stages tonight. My goal is definitely to make it through the fireside chat scene, because I am gonna have to Mandoa the heck out of this. And then, depending on how long that takes, we'll see if we can get a combat review of the final battle. Then I assume I'll have to redo this probably on the next stream. This is a whole new conversation I made, because I have to fix why Bo-Katan is allowed to take her helmet off. And then most of the rest of this is done. I gotta find that file. And then the whole trip to Ossus is pretty much done. I'll do one final review on it, of course, but that's where we're at. So to catch everybody up on what I completed in the meantime. Oh, hello. I see something bad. I see something horrendous. Whoa. Why I do that? Wait, what? That's an odd... It kept my wipe. I don't know why it made that gap. It's like I accidentally deleted that at some point. Whoopsie. Yeah. This is why after I finish this, I will do a full rewatch just on my TV. I'll send out a couple test versions to other editors, have them look for bugs, and then I release for the public. No, this is wrong. This isn't what I had last time. That's odd. I must have accidentally clicked something at some point. Yeah, that's still wrong. What did I do? How did I create this error? Skeleton Crew craps on the lore. It ain't a fun show. What lore are you talking about specifically? I wouldn't say it was bad. Like I will say the Book of Boba Fett was a bad show. I think all in all, Ahsoka was a bad show. Mandalorian season 3 was bad. Acolyte, of course, was a bad show. Skeleton Crew. I mean, to me, it's like a kid show. Is it a great kid show? No. It's not. Is it decent? Yeah. I thought the first episode was the best one. Yeah. Didn't hate it. We'll never watch it again. That's where I'm at with Skeleton Crew. You can tell it was from a bygone generation as well, because like they started production on that so long ago, and it felt so misplaced in the release schedule coming after Acolyte now. That was just one of the things that they just had on the back burner.
Myself.
Just screw it, drop it.
I like your attitude. Good luck.
Okay. So what in the actual heck happened to my project file? Because that, like, this is how I found it. How is this desynced? Hey, 1 second.
Yeah.
Good night.
Here.
No, regular one. Kiss me, cheek. Get out of here, you weirdo. Good night. Love you.
Daddy,
What?
can you give me one kiss?
No, upstairs. I'll give you. Good night. Saying good night to young AC Bagel. Okay. Tell me, pray tell what happened. Somebody pray tell what happened. For horrible things have occurred. Crimson Jack? Honestly, I can't even remember what they tried to say Crimson Jack was. Who did was that supposed to be Hondo? I don't even I thought they were going to like pull out that reveal, and then I genuinely don't remember who Crimson Jack was. Okay. So what the heck is this? How did this happen? What is this? Is this... This is all supposed to be here? Is it lined up?
You're swamped. Never get an answer in time.
Okay, that was right, and then it's just... What, just this?
Face to face.
I like your attitude. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Okay, and then I just fix the color grading. Right, is this it? And then I had these big, that's right, I had like a big cross dissolve on here, I thought. See, that's wrong too, though. How did I do this? I bonked something up, kids. Try that. Yeah, Zeb looks solidly animated in the show. For like a oh my goodness, how? How in the actual heck did I do that? Okay, go. I can find this reference point. The last one of Zeb. And the first one of here. And this should work. Come on!
You're gonna need it.
There we go. Okay. I think I fixed whatever the heck was going wrong. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, any more glitches that I see? I do not. It's done conforming. Did you give me all my lines? Okay, good. Conformed everything. Okay, I think we are back in business. So, as I was trying to do before. Yeah, I think I just having that on the wrong row messed me up. Because I had to have it on a different... Oh, shoot. I need you two together. If I'm like adjusting a row for a different reason and then have the video track on the wrong one, so it can shift in unwanted ways. There's some old Republic stuff in episode 3 of Skeleton Crew. Really? I don't even remember. You know, I was watching that show not very seriously. Usually with an IPA or two in hand and just going for the ride. I like the nostalgia of episode 1, but the show didn't feel like Star Wars barely at any point. The only thing that made me feel Star Wars was seeing the kids like play with lightsabers and look up to the Jedi. I mean, that reminded me of when I was a kid. But I wouldn't say the content of the show necessarily felt like Star Wars. And they introduced that huge concept of like the Republic Mint and everything out of nowhere. It's just like, whatever. Okay, so I think we last wrapped up when this was jumping out. Yep, that's where we left off last time. So since then, I reviewed all this. This is all fine and dandy. They arrive on Rock World. I fixed a couple bubble shots. I fixed... did some more masking to get Grogu out of the background here. Anybody see Grogu? Nope. Nice, because I masked him out. Go here, added some... I wanted to re-record this, that I do know. I didn't like the deliveries I was getting there. Let's channel the inner Din. Anyone know a good Din Djarin voice actor that wants to take this role from me? That I can call on a moment's notice? Who can record Din Djarin voice lines for me? Anybody know Pedro Pascal? Okay. Weird. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
A little slower, I think. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Ew. Didn't think I was that loud. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Not super happy with it. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
It's having trouble with the word follow. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
There we go. That's what I want. I want him to sound like a little trusting to Bo-Katan, like he knows what he's doing. Like he knows it's about to get intense. But she can trust him. Outside the club. Get you a little exponential on the front. And the back end.
Follow my lead.
A little too loud. Slow it down 1%.
Follow my lead.
Even quieter, I think.
Follow my lead. Follow my Follow my lead.
I'm not happy with that. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Let's try the other model. See what that can give me. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
I think I went. Let's try this with no style. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Closer. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
He's so intense. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Ah. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Follow my league.
League. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Man, follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
It's struggling with this phrase for some reason. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Too intense. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Every time it actually catches the right words, it's the wrong tone. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Follow my read.
Weed. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. This is brutal.
Follow my lead.
Good. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Let's compare it.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Whatever you say.
I don't like. I wanted a different tone for her too. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
That might work. Whatever you say.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
That might work. Try it with a little higher pitch voice on my end. Excuse me for the woman impression. Coming in 3, 2, 1. Whatever you say.
Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
I like the sigh on that one better. She'll be helmeted too, so that should work. Okay. Let's chuck you two in here. Give me a follow my lead. How'd everybody do today? Yeah, yes, this is Hardwick. Good to see you. This is indeed 11 Labs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love it. I haven't found anything else that's... I'll show it to you. See? 11 Labs. I haven't found anything else that's even close to being able to do what this does. And it's quite affordable. I mean, it's not cheap. I think it's like $20 a month for the plan I have, but that gives me everything I need. I usually don't go through my monthly credits. I've never gone through them, actually. I've gotten it like under 100,000 before, but yeah, $20 a month, and I use this every day of my life, so put it in the budget. I hope another company comes out and creates some competition. I think that's always good for things. Just haven't found anybody who can compete.
Follow my lead.
Okay. Gotta time it up around the thumps.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead. Follow my lead. Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Yeah, sounds better. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bo-Katan helmet. Bo-Katan. Sometimes the AI does that. If I'm only doing text-to-speech, it'll be like, Bo-Katan said... What do you know about Bo-Katan?
Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
Fade on the start of this. Audio boost the second half. Fade out the side. And check it again.
Whatever you say.
There we go.
You must have a death wish, Darmanda.
Yeah, look at this. This is sweet.
Why the hell are you here? That's far enough, Din Djarin.
I have been to the mines of Mandalore. I have been redeemed.
Impossible. The living waters were destroyed in the Purge.
See, I totally rescored this whole conversation. Paz is a lot more standoffish.
I think it's more like
Oh, it's so good.
Plus in exile.
I think it's more likely that you are lying.
He speaks the truth. I was witness.
And who the hell are you, Night Owl?
You got the standoff. Listen to this
I am
line.
Bo-Katan of
Listen to this Paz line.
Then fate has delivered me two apostates to dispose of at once.
We have been to the living waters.
One more lie, and it'll be the last word you ever speak.
I bring proof.
You see how much more intense this is now?
We shall see.
Compare that if you guys ever, for whatever godforsaken reason, want to rewatch season 3 on Disney Plus. Compare the dialogue there and the standoff compared to what's in the show, and you'll. Woo! I'm super happy with that. Hardwick. How much audio do you need to train each voice? I think, what is it, a minimum of 30 seconds. Obviously, the longer tracks you have in there, the more it has to learn from. I usually aim for 1 to 3 minutes, depending on if it's like a main character versus a side character. So, it takes a while because you have to try to find things with little background noise and where the person is speaking clearly and like in the tone you want the scene to be. So that's why I have like 3 different Din models, because I've trained them on different types of Din's talk. Like this is his really laid back one. This is his more like upbeat one. So yeah, you got to do some tricks, balance out your models with tone and everything. I mean, it's pretty easy to make like in 11 Labs. Just add a new voice. Boom. These are the best with a professional clone, but you need 30 minutes of audio. I don't even have any of those. So I listen to this C-3PO one.
Sometimes a problem itself offers its own solution, like the saw, for that end.
Yeah.
Sometimes a...
I mean, it's speaking a different language at the end there, but it's pretty good. Especially when you do voice changer and talk as C-3PO. It sounds... I trained it off the old cartoons, the old video game C-3POs. Because that was for a different product I was doing where I wanted them to sound like that. Got grief.
In the heart of the park.
The beauty of the world.
It doesn't... These previews sound like trash. But I like my Thrawn.
Excellence is not a skill, it is an attitude.
The Thrawn one, I think, is really good.
I am Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, it's a great site. Alright. So I went through there. Totally reconversed all of this. The Mandawa's done in here. Din gets redeemed. Bo-Katan gets redeemed, all in Mandawa. This feels so cultish now. When they speak like this and the dialogue changes, just you wait and see. This is a Death Watch cult. And there's nothing wrong with that, I guess. You know, they're not doing murder and mayhem. They're holding to their old school religious beliefs. This is a, pretty well-behaved clan. Redid this. I had to redo some of the armor's dialogue here because I did not like it in the show. And I made it like just more obvious that she just straight up is dismissing Bo. Make Bo feel nice and isolated. Like at this moment in the show, it was like, man, what's Bo gonna do? Is she gonna like turn on the whole clan and then just like poof, take your helmet off? What? So I'll be changing that. It'll be the armor reflecting on what she heard here. Like here, she's just playing it off. Like she doesn't believe Bo because she needs to go process it and figure out what to do. But she can tell that Bo seems completely different. So she's kind of leading Bo on at this point. Go through all this. Then this is where I stopped last time. So this is where I begin work. Dun 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 dun. Bing, 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 bing. This, again, looks like every other Disney World that they have made for Star Wars. How many times have we seen this exact color palette on sand? Over and over and over and over. Can I not get a different hue of sand in my life? Well, with AC Bagel you can. Nice orange sand. You know, there's gotta be different kinds of minerals in these sands all across the galaxy. Why must they all look exactly the same, Disney? And look how easy that is to do. The orange pops, the yellows pop. Look how beautiful that blue is. That's what it probably looks like in real life. It's like a neon orange. You ever seen those costumes at like collection and convention centers? It's a neon. It's pretty. Carson Teva. Let's go, brother. Flip off some audio for a second. He said, there you are. I'll just be Carson Teva for the next minute. You like that? Yeah, I got the sound back on. You can hear. I permit you to hear. Oh. I just heard that glitch. This is my background cave noise, and that needs to go away.
Captain Carson Teva, Adelphi Rangers.
Boom.
I have a time-pressing matter to attend to.
Clear out, Blue Boy.
What's he
New
called?
Republic isn't welcome.
Blue Boy?
Clear out, Blue Boy.
Blue Boy. Is that a nickname for rebel soldiers?
I have a time-pressing matter to attend to.
Clear out, Blue Boy.
Blue Boy. I didn't know that was a nickname for New Republic. Hardwick says, what color and export settings do you use? Downloaded updated Way of Mandalore. They had the same visual issues. Yeah, the blurry ones. I didn't update the visuals in the books 1 through 4. Those files are like OG from 2019 when I first started as an editor. So yeah, sadly they're bad quality. I've just done too many edits on edits on edits. You know, back when I was first getting started as an editor, I had no, as like a fan editor re-editing stuff. It was just It was super casual. I didn't have a profile anywhere. I was just doing work just to show my wife at home. And then once I got to the point of like, oh man, other people might want to see this because I think it's kind of good, it was too late. It wasn't just a thing where I could link new media. It was buried 5 project files deep with thousands of cuts. And I was just like, well, the visual quality is baked in as is. Unfortunate. I wish I could do 4K. I mean, technically I could, but I can't just link something new and it'll match up. I don't. That's not how I had my files organized. So, I mean, literally, I would have to have the 4K footage and go frame by frame to match up every single frame correctly, which is hundreds of hours of labor that I would not enjoy. I've tried upscaling them. Doesn't do anything. So there's just some blurry stuff in the first few. I mean, it's all in at least HD, but even that, some of it looks even a little fuzzier. The banding got bad too. But I have learned everything you will see from here on out is nice and crisp.
I have a time-pressing matter to attend to.
Clear out, Blue Boy. The New Republic isn't welcome here.
It's such an odd thing to say. Clear out, Blue Boy. Blue Boy. He's wearing orange. I want to look this up. Blue Boy. Huh. Here's... Go away, I want to see that. I'm not a joiner Blue, so someone else called him Blue earlier. His helmet? He's part of Blue Squadron. Huh. It's just because his helmet? I don't think that's a good reason to call him Blue Boy. Cara Dune, I guess, said, I'm not a joiner Blue. I remember when she did that. Blue helmet. I guess because he's like a cop. He's like a New Republic police. Alright. Police. A derogatory term for that. But to Hardwick, to answer your specific questions, if I were to export, I do it through Media Encoder, but it's I should go H.264. Make sure you can see that through here. Boom. I would definitely tone this down. That's ridiculously excessive. You know, she's going down to it's something manageable for the file size. She's still going to be a big boy. Oh, it's looking at entire source, which is way too long too, but dun, dun, na, 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 na. Alright, clear out Blue Boy.
The New Republic isn't welcome here.
Sorry for dropping in unannounced, but if I'd given warning, your settlement would have cleared out before I ever hit atmosphere.
How did you manage to find us? Mandalorians pride ourselves on our secrecy.
Fortunately, someone I served with in the rebellion is amongst your ranks. Thanks, R5.
Traitor.
The entire covert will now have to relocate.
Or we could kill him.
Yeah.
Stay right here.
Do it.
Man, come break once, and now I'm returning the favor. Clear out, Blue.
Big Karga sent this holo message.
Blue. Light him up.
Navarro's under siege by pirates. He's asking for help.
Why are you really here?
They're about to blow Navarro to hell.
Then call in a strike. We don't even have ships.
Coruscant doesn't care.
All this is fine.
Karga's your
Nothing
friend.
to change.
You won't let him die.
What's in it for you?
The New Republic has to know that the Empire is growing again.
And you think the Pirate King has something to do with it?
I can't say for sure, but something doesn't smell right. Look, it's not.
Audio gonna take a nosedive for a minute.
I know you'll relocate anyway.
Oh my
I will
goodness.
not reveal your location.
Misclick.
Sorry to-
Misfire. That's... So what are you thinking? He's right. I gotta help the guy. You can't do it alone. So true. Oh boy, here we go. It's time.
Many cycles ago on the streets of Navarro.
Oh my goodness. He's got the talking stick. I thought that was like such a dumb thing. It's literally like the talking pillow. Oh, where's Grogu? Where'd he go? Where's Grogu? Anybody? Anybody? There he is! There he's not. Okay. I mean, I've been talking about this, that I feel like this entire conversation should be in Mandalore. It's only Mandalorians at night discussing, like, war plans. They're having a debate. And I thought a lot of what he says is just, like, kind of infantile writing. So, we're going to do a rewrite plus a relanguage. Here we go. Now, many of you don't... Let me just read it, what Din says. How does he convince them? Now, many of you don't know Greef Karga, and those that do fought against him when you rescued me from his ambush many cycles ago on the streets of Navarro. Many cycles, according to Disney. This was like 3 weeks ago. Since then, he's had a change of heart and has risked his life to save mine, as well as the foundling in my charge. I stand before you to petition an intervention to help rescue Navarro before it's too late. I am in no position to ask any more of you. However, the enemy that decimated this very covert were Imperials. Not Greef Karga's bounty hunters. Greef Karga is now a high magistrate. I mean, Greef Karga's bounty hunters definitely killed some Mandalorians. He's now a high magistrate and has offered me a tract of land on his independent world. Perhaps it is time for us to live in the light once again on a planet where we are welcome, so our culture may flourish, and our children can feel what it is to play in the sunlight. Does anybody else want the talking stick? I should revoice her to say that. It's not like a horrendous speech. It's not good. I'm definitely going to do a rewrite here. And since I can put it in Mandoan, I can do anything I want. Let's throw this in a document that I can edit. I am Grand Admiral Thrawn. I'm going to try the voice changer with him, just for funsies. Grand Admiral Thrawn at your service.
Grand Admiral Thrawn at your service.
Oh, that sounds worse. Grand Admiral Thrawn at your service.
Grand Admiral Thrawn at your service.
Wow, that sounds so bad.
Grand Admiral Thrawn at your service.
You know, I was listening to somebody recommended it to me the other day. This is actually a really good book. I'm having so much fun with this. Somebody mentioned it in one of my streams a while back. So I've been going through this. It's so good. I mean, from the opening crawl. Gosh, this book is so freaking good so far. Can't believe I've never read this. Highly, highly, highly recommend. From like the opening crawl, I was just like, dang, I think it has it here. Inside. Oh, that's the flap. It has like an... No. Like these are the different flap things. The one I had was different. But it had like a little opening crawl type of thing, and it just talks about how, you know, Morgan Katarn is like secretly a rebel where his son is studying to become an Imperial officer in the academy. And there's the way it worded, like, I was just like, man, what an amazing premise for a story. How the heck is Disney having so much trouble coming up with good premises for storylines when you have this? There's hundreds and hundreds of examples like this. I mean, this is an entire season of a TV show right here. I know they're doing Andor instead, and Andor is good and all, but it's not. I'm sorry, Andor is not as good as this storyline. I'm happy with Andor for what it is, but this storyline is like the most Star Wars feeling thing ever. You could do a 6-film saga with Kyle Katarn. This guy getting blasted to pieces by Imperials. They take him for the recording. I mean, Jan. Come on. Come on, Disney. Put me in charge. You know you want to. What's that commercial? It was like, where does depression hurt? Everywhere. Yeah, that's how I feel. That is how I feel. Alright, let's rewrite. Highly recommend this whole series. I'm going to be binging the rest of this thing. I'm like halfway done. I read like half of it in one sitting. Good stuff. Full color illustration. It's so short. I mean, you're not going to get like a super in-depth novel experience. Like it's not going to be like Darth Bane trilogy or anything, but for what it is, like a novella to introduce dark forces in this storyline, it's just fun. It's just such classic Star Wars. Beautiful. Congrats, William C. Dietz. Man, miss these days. Okay, let's get to writing. I can't believe how bad this Thrawn sounds from voice to changer. It doesn't sound that bad. Just typing in something stupid so you can hear his voice.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is a supreme badass and loves Star Destroyers. Grand Admiral Thrawn is a supreme badass and loves Star Destroyers.
I mean, okay, come on. That sounds good, right? Why is it... This is why I say some people, like, rag on you if you use text-to-speech. And I'm like, no, sometimes it's just legitimately better. It just depends completely on the model. I mean, that sounds 1,000 times better than anything I could do on the voice changer. Whereas, like, Bo-Katan, for some reason, when I do voice changer with Bo-Katan, it's better. It's just a game. Who else do I have? I have Axe Woves, Luke, Grief, Fennec. These are some of my other ones for my Supernatural Encounters series. These are some of my other characters. Luxus. Okay. Writing. I'm distracting myself. Stop me. Somebody stop me. Oh, right as I say that, Hardwick. Alright. I wonder if there's a way to edit the scene in Season 2 with the New Republic pilots shoot the Ice Spider so that it's Boba Fett instead. With AI audio, he and Mando make a deal for the armor. That way, when Boba shows up next, he could already be in his armor. I like the idea of never showing his face. That's really interesting. It would throw a huge wrench in the storylines I was telling. I did like the Legends EU depiction of Boba Fett where he like threatened to kill people if they saw his face. I mean, he like threatened to shoot a kid once. Was that the Galaxy of Fear series? Like his helmet gets knocked off by some swamp creature or something. And he's like, if you turn around and look at my face, I will shoot you in the head. To like a 15-year-old kid. Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm more concerned about Boba Fett's personality in the new stuff, but yeah, he's old at this point. That would be a very, very, very hard task. What you're talking about. That way, when Boba shows up, and I don't know how that would work with like the whole hunting his armor subplot. You'd have to throw out like all of Tatooine, all of Tython. That would be tough. Because it's like, why would he be on Tython if it's not to follow Din? Not sure. But I mean, I like the idea in general of Boba Fett being involved more throughout the series as a whole. Show. Alright. Mr. Din, you're up.
Dreams come true. Without that putt.
Dreams come true. How do you sound when you say this?
Grand Admiral Thrawn is a supreme badass and loves Star Destroyers.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not always a fan of this model. It only works on certain things. Okay. Let's go. Let's just rewrite these line by line. Now, many of you don't know Grief Karga, and those that do fought against him when you rescued me. Let's say... Now I know many of you here bled confronting Grief Karga's hunters on the streets of Navarro. Those that There's probably not many. It's probably only like streets of Navarro. He rescued me. What do I want to say next? Well, I'd say something about victory here, about how they ended up winning that fight. The idea from Hardwick, the idea would be that Boba Fett would be tracking Din since Tatooine and shows up in time to save him from the spider. They iron out a deal that Din will give him the armor in exchange. He will do a loose follow of Din and come to help him if he's in trouble. When the Empire attacks Din, Boba shows up to honor his bargain. How would I mean, I'm trying to think how that would work. I gotta pull up my own movie, actually.
This must be an...
Because he starts following Din here from this moment. Well, no, I guess it's from Fennec.
You done?
Which is the previous film. If you remember that would be hard because you'd also have to edit Cobb Vanth not having the armor after the ice sequence. Like here's the spider stuff. If this was Boba Fett, I don't know how I would do this entire plot line. Why is Din trying to get his armor? If he doesn't. I'd have to completely rework my entire movie and the whole entire plot structure. That'd be pretty difficult. And I'm happy with how the events of this book plays out. Again, I totally agree that I wish they would have done many things differently with Boba Fett. But as it is. Okay. Now I know some of you here bled confronting Grief Karga's hunters on the streets of Navarro. You rescued me and my foundling. And the Bounty Hunter Guild learned the strength of Mandalore. Victory. Bounty Hunter Guild learned the strength of Mandalore. I think that's good. Chatter, da 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 da. People are like talking about, yeah, I was in that battle. Oh, really? Did you hear blah blah died? Now, since then, Karga has become High Magistrate of the planet. Yeah, this like doesn't even follow well with what Din was saying. This Din's own timeline is messed up. Planet. Is under siege by pirates. Now they're whispering, hey, what the heck? Why would we even help this guy? Why would we help an enemy? I stand before you to petition an intervention. Before, I don't like this. To help free Navarro. And he's got to explain why. That's... I hate... That's like what... I guess he's... Yeah, we got to make a hard push for like the actual reason. He meanders so much. We got to... We're helping Din out. We're helping his public speaking abilities here. Merely generosity from the kindness of our hearts, but to show Mandalorian strength to the galaxy once more. Totally changing this whole thing. I want to see the tone of the people's chatter at that point. Back here. Let's check this. Shoya! You're about to come in clutch.
However, the enemy that decimated this very covert were Imperials. However,
okay. Simple question. Demonstration. This is some OG Mandalorian stuff right here. Gotta use those EU terms at all times. This is a demonstration doesn't really fit with that line that I want. I'll swap these. Shoya, if you wanna, if you're around, once I write this, I will send this to you if you want to start translating some of these lines. That would be clutch. Furthermore, Karga is offering recompense for the safety of his world. Say land. A large foothold on an independent world in the Outer Rim. Land earned by our blade and blood. Not a gift, but tribute paid for strength acknowledged. Land where the way can be preached, where our foundlings can be raised strong under our protection. Not hidden away in caves or sewers. Delete that. This might. Will we allow weakness to fester? Or will we seize this opportunity for glory through battle? This is something that would start to convince the Mandalorians. Now, Shoya, my dear Shoya, incoming into your Discord. Whoo, boy, that's a heck of a task, my friend. I'm gonna move ahead in the scene and just start to rewrite other stuff. Then, even if you have to wait until tomorrow to translate some of this, I made a marker here. I'll I can at least replace this line. command door already open? Yeah, there it is. Mandalorian that wants to say. I would say VOD. Yeah, rather than just generic Mandalorian, I think that would work better. Yeah, brother, sister, comrade, close mate. Yeah, that's much better. He doesn't know how to do that, does it? That should be full day. Cote. Ambition to say. How's that happen? I mean, that is want. Dun, 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 dun.
Kujerogir vode bak kopadat sirbur. Kujerogir vode I bak kopadat sirbur. Kujerogir vode I bak kopadat sirbur. Kujerogir vode I bak kopadat sirbur.
That works. Da, na, 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 na.
Kujerogir vode I bak kopadat sirbur.
King Shoya is on the task. Everybody go subscribe to Shoya Haruni. Man's a king. Subscribed. Good stuff, good stuff. If you ever wanted to see Boba drinking cerveza, did you make this? This is fire. I've already liked it. That's great. This should have like 1,000 times more views than that. I'll boost the algorithm. There you go. Now watch 100,000 views come your way. Hey man, it can happen to anybody. My video hit 200,000. It was at like 3,000. Then 2.5 years later, it just up to 200,000. Like, why? I have no clue. I didn't change anything. I didn't do anything. I wasn't even uploading videos. I mean, my channel was pretty dormant. I guess I had started like the supernatural encounters, but those weren't pulling in like big numbers. I mean, those are very solid, I think, for what I'm doing. I'm super happy with those. But that's not like anywhere close to 200,000. Just strange. So strange. Okay. Cerveza Cristal. That's, if anyone doesn't understand that, you gotta look it up. Star Wars Cerveza Cristal. It was a very odd advertisement campaign. I don't even know how that company was allowed to do that. It like wasn't approved by Lucasfilm, I don't think. They just did it, from what I understand. Nicopod. Does anyone else want the talking stick? Dang it. Okay. Sometimes you gotta do this. I'm gonna have to do it with this entire thing. So I need a static fire background. Sometimes the echo like sits in the other tracks as well, but it's like there's no background noise in this scene, so there's not much to recreate. I just need not the echo, and I need there's nothing except fire crackling, a couple footprints, maybe, like sand. I can find that sound effect very easily too. That's all it is. I'll find this soundtrack to put underneath. You just gotta gut it sometimes. Gut. Okay, just give me a crackling fire. These are all going to be like 8 out of 10 hours. Come on, give me like a 1 hour. I gotta get the right sound, that's most important. No crickets allowed. Are they? Where are they? Let me... Are they like in... Where are they burning this fire? They're just like... It almost looks like they're up like against the cave wall. I'm just trying to make sure they're not like completely in a cave, because that will change the sound echo that I want to use. I always assumed... I mean, that's sand. Yeah, I always assumed it was at, like, the mouth of the cave. Maybe, like, off to the side, like, over there. Like, over here or something. You're seeing the walls behind. Okay. So I can have a fire sound. That's just outside. Nice campfire. No crickets. Rain and thunder, no thank you. No earth animals allowed. No earth animals allowed, I said. Epic dragon fireplace. This is probably what I want. That's what I want. That's the type of fire that it sounds like. Ночная штормовая. Atmosphere. Nighttime stormy atmosphere. Look at that! I still speak Russian. See that, professor? I don't remember any of my Russian professors' names. I was going to say that, but I genuinely cannot remember a single... I remember their faces. I'm bad with names in real life. I can remember Star Wars EU names like nobody's business, but real people I meet, I am so bad at names. Know their faces, have so many memories of everybody, cannot remember their names. Cannot do it. And then they just come to me out of nowhere. It's just like not in a part of my brain that I can willingly access. I mean, no lie when I say I think I have like I've got a big extended family. I have like 20 plus nieces and nephews now. Like sometimes I just forget their names, are just gone out of my mind. Like, holy crap, I know everything about you. I know your favorite sports teams. I know your favorite color, your favorite game, favorite characters. I cannot remember your name. Yeah, it breaks my mind. Cerveza Cristal. Nothing's stuck in my mind. Shoya. Why you had to do that to me? Oh my goodness, Shilong. Campfire sounds, soft crackling. I'm just gonna nuke it anyways. Probably throw it like at -20. Come on. Too quiet. Even still probably too quiet. Sounds about right. Me like. Let me clear some markers to make sure. Why did I have this marked? I already finished that. Come here. Oh, I was having trouble with this earlier. Why, I always struggle to, like, select the marker. There we go. Why did I have this marked? I think I did that one too already. Good. Yep. Okay. Right here. Just get my fire. Is that my fire? That is my fire. So, lay fire. This should start about right here. It should start to fade in.
Can't do it alone.
Many of you don't know grief. Now, many of you don't know Grief Karga, and those that do fought against him when you rescued me from his ambush many cycles ago on the streets of Navarro. Since then, he's had a change of heart and has risked his life to save mine. I stand before you to
Maybe a little bit too loud. Just like one more decibel down. See what I cut here. There's probably just a Grogu thing. Yeah, Grogu reaction shots.
I stand before you to intervene.
Then let's also test, does Din carry an echo in the cave? He does, which means I'm going to have to gut all of this. Got you, and got all of you. Replace Din's dialogue there. I mean, all that is fire. There's nothing else in the background. Oh, I'll have to. Yeah, I need the chatter moments. Yeah, so I do have to be a little careful. Can't just totally wipe it. So we'll take you back. Get the chatter in there. Boom, 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 boom.
However,
More chatter coming up. It's like such a generic chatter noise. This is definitely just stock sound effects.
however,
Can only do a little bit there. Yeah, you're not serving any purpose. However, the enemy. She defeated the enemy who defeated me, so that means she gets a dark saber. Never get over how stupid that was, too. Oh.
the enemy that you decimated this were heroes, not founders.
I wonder what soundtrack was playing under this. I'm gonna have to find that too. Audio work is more tedious than anything else. Well, I take that back. Masking is more tedious than anything else. Grogu. No Grogu. That's pretty tedious. But then like these like fine details of audio work when you're dealing with multiple tracks. Oh yeah, it takes so much time. Let's find the audio track. I like to have all the pieces before me when I'm like building the scene, because when I play it back with the Mandoa after I record that, yeah, I want to be able to hear it with the soundtrack, because that's how it's going to sound to you guys. So what is it? It's... What episode is this? This is... It's going to be like... Are these even in order? These don't even look like they're in order. They're like somewhat in order. Sans Closier. Is it part of this? This is the stuff that gets me copyrighted bad, so I gotta mute this, sorry. This is like really soft. This is like his baptizing music. This is some fight music. Battle music again. A lot of this is battle music. This is Gideon's theme in there. What? I don't even know what that's from. More background music. Mr. Hardwick asks, are you removing that subplot Bo-Katan defeating the creature that defeated Din. I mean, the event is going to happen, but it's going to have no impact or never going to be mentioned again as why the Darksaber is going to transfer ownership. So yes, like that connective tissue of, yeah, he defeated the enemy who defeated me, to blah, blah, blah. Because they don't, like, the Darksaber has never even perfectly followed those rules. The Darksaber functions on belief. Belief in the leader of the person who wields it. If it's a pretender, you know, it doesn't really matter how they got it if the Mandalorians have belief in who it was and they believe the person earned it. Like that's what it's got to be about. Do you actually have the belief that this person who wields this is fit to be your Mandalore? Because if not, maybe you'll get a few followers, but you're going to have an immediate civil war. I mean, we saw this so many times in the Mandalorian clans. They fight over leadership all the time. In the few moments where they do unite, Mandalorian Wars, the Great Sith Wars before then and after then in the Old Republic, like in those moments, they had strong Mandalore leadership. They used the mask back then, but yeah, we've got a whole new plot line for the ownership of the Darksaber. It will connect with Darth Goob's Rebels edits. Oh wow, King Shoya has translated all of this. Dang! Just saved me like an hour of work. No lie. Maybe more. This was a long conversation. Thank you so much. So much. Yeah, I cannot find the track that's behind. This might work. This is the best one so far. I don't even know what this is from. I have no clue what episode this is from. All's Fair in Love and War? Is that the Pershing episode? No. I don't know. Couldn't tell ya. Yeah, that's the Bo-Katan versus Axe Wolves fight. Alright, I like this one. It'll be the soundtrack. And now I can go straight into recording. Should I give Shoya another task first? I mean, I have to write. I gotta write all of Paz's counteracting them now. Let's read it together. Tell me what you think of his original speech. Does anyone else wish to speak? I do. I was there on Navarro that night. I fought against Greef Karga and his hunters. I saw my brothers and sisters fall. It needs to say, like, I then saw us pay the price as my brothers and sisters fell at the hands of the Imperial butchers. I saw many die to save the life of this one. And again, I've edited that so he points right at Din. And now we are asked to sacrifice for him yet again. The question we should be asking ourselves is why? Okay, he says yet again down there. Yeah, I guess that works. The question we should be asking ourselves is why? Why should we lay our lives down yet again? Dot, 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 dot. Because we are Mandalorian. This is going to be hype. I have had many disagreements with this man. I gotta change this whole plot line. All of this because this hasn't happened. And won't happen, actually. So let's rewrite this. That will need to change. This will need to change. Why does he say these two? He's pointing at, like, Bo-Katan. I think she's pretty neutral on this whole thing. She doesn't care. As he take up arms in the name of a brighter future. The name. And I, for one, take up arms to fight by his side. Yeah, this is the way, this is the way, this is the way, this is the way. Okay, Shoya? Oh wait, hold on, I gotta... Let me... I need to just rewrite this section about his son. We can get creative here. Just write down a couple thoughts. Too many tabs open. Can't find anything. Did I get this yet? I haven't. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. I'll let you guys hear it just for a second. Disney, please don't take it. Okay. It's just, I just need that, like, background hum. Oh, I already got it. What am I doing? What am I doing? Who's letting me do this? All is fair in love and war. It's kind of short. TBH. Probably have to loop some of it. I'll just delay it. Let's at least get some background noise rolling for us. Okay, I need to get these words to Shoya. And if you gotta do this tomorrow, just let me know. Please, no rush. I can work ahead on other things. I don't have to do this at this very moment. Okay, where am I? Why should we? Because we are Mandalorians. this man. But our fallen brothers let me think. Say, but our brother stands before us now and calls us to battle. Say glorious battle. And this has nothing to do. I don't understand why they had him talk about her. I'll just say better. Our brother stands before us now and calls us to glorious. Into glorious battle. Just need one line here, really. He offers a chance to carve out a new home through our strength. Dinjar is asking us to take up arms in the name of a better future. In the name of honor would be better. Fight at his side. I'll see how much. Let's start with that. I want to see how much time I have to add other things. Sorry to do this to you again. Oh, Mike, you're probably living your dream, huh? I don't know. Either way, thank you very much. Very nice. Because we are Mandalorians. I wish I had more time to work with in his speech. I would add a little bit more. I want to say, like, to refuse to aid a brother in asking for aid in battle, to shy away from an honorable fight. That is not the way of the creed. That is not the legacy of the Vizsla house, nor the legacy of any true Mandalorian. That kind of thing. Having really the rile up the crowd, but so be it. Okay, let's get my audio synced up here. Don't need this. Don't need this. This is where this should fade out. Transition into the next scene. And then I'll probably leave this in basic. It's just like it's like a narration. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about how that feels. But it's like a narration over B-roll. It could be kind of cool with Mandoa here, actually. But it might not work. Deals with one issue at a time. Gosh, there's so many wipe cuts in a row over here. I hate this. like we just did one right here. We did another one right there. They have like 3 wipe cuts in under 1 minute. And there's those like really cheap looking fast ones. Yeah. No. I might fix that later. God, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna start recording my Din Djarin speech. Din Djarin. But before I start recording that, my business is concluded. Good business meeting. Everything's settled. Flushed some bad blood and all good. To the studios. I don't want that, I want this one. Oh, this is so nice, just being able to copy and paste this. This is like a dream come true, not gonna lie. Ni kartaili kisoga olar tagala akanir. I don't know that word. Beroyase, bekrif karga bat chortave be Navarro.
Nikartaili kisol garolar talgala akanir beroyase begrif karga bat chortave be Navarro.
Sounded good. That sounded a lot like Din. Nice. Nikartaili. Give me a little bit of echo because there's a cave behind him. Bounty hunters? Sorry, I cannot remember the context of what that's supposed to be about. Oh, that's what that word is. Oh, really? What's like the direct translation of that? Is it Biroyase? Is that, do they actually have like a word for bounty hunters? Wow. Okay, that's cool. Did not know that. Nice. Just to fade in. I probably want this to go in a little sooner. I need a fade on here. Try that.
I gotta help the guy.
You can't do it alone.
I need the campfire to come in a lot sooner. That's what's going on. Because their campfire comes in like before. It's pretty harsh.
You can't do it alone.
Since then, he's had a change of heart.
Okay. Want it to be a little quieter in here. Talk a little bit slower. Take me to a 99. Literally, Bur Fee Oya comes from Oya. Yeah, Oya car. Huh. A fee hunt. Money hunt. Nice. I love the simplicity of the language. The next line, you rescued me and my foundling in glorious victory. Yeah, I want to see if I can read it straight from the manhwa. You rescued... I would not have known that was rescued. Me and my child foundling for glorious... I wouldn't have known that as victory. And the bounty hunters, I know that. That's like a alliance. So like the bounty and the bounty hunter guild. Don't know that word. Learn the strength of Mandalore. Nice. I missed like 3 words there. Rescued. Oh, yeah, rescued. And that's, yeah, learned. Victory. Oh, yeah. Parchai. I've used that before. I should know that one.
Karteganalini balnera dor kotela parjai. Balberoyat sat bajhibikot be mandayaim.
Looks like he wants a little more emotion there.
Garteganalini balnera dor kotela parjai. Balberoyat sat bajhibikot be mandayaim.
Yeah, it sounds a little more passionate.
His life to save mine. To save mine. This needs a change of heart, and has risked his life. Since then, he's had a change of heart.
That's already the change of heart section. Oh, dang. Choi is unstoppable. He already translated that next scene. In the club, 2.3 minus 5.6. And I hit him with the 99. Thank you very much, Shoya. Oh yeah, Shoya. Let's put them all on the same line. And I need to start getting subtitles over.
Nikartailikisol garolar talgala akanir beroya se begrif karga bachor tave benevaro. Garte ganali ni balnera dor kotela parjai. Since then he's had a change of heart and has risked his life to save mine.
I think these will be a little quieter and I think more echoey.
Nikartailikisol garolar talgala akanir beroya se begrif karga bachor tave benevaro. Garte ganali ni balnera dor kotela parjai. Balberoyat sad bajhibi kot be mandayaim.
Nice.
Garte gan kot be mandayaim. Royat sad balberoyat sad bajhibi kot be mandayaim.
I like the tone of the second half of this better.
Balberoyat sad bajhibi kot be mandayaim. Balberoyat sad bajhibi kot be mandayaim.
Yeah, he's like more upbeat there, which I want. Nice. Okay. Let's start throwing the. Oh no. Oh no. Let's start getting the subtitle tracks out here. This one shall say. I might have to cut these up into a couple lines. And you can double stack them. That's probably fine.
Nikartailikisol garolar talgala akanir beroya se begrif karga bachor tave benevaro. Garte ganali ni balne.
Nice. You rescued me and my foundling. Fortunately, even though they don't speak in Mandalore, they do speak very Mando, which makes translating easier. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's not like this long and eloquent speech. They at least got their speaking patterns, I guess, correct and basic. You know, I just think of what the Disney execs would say to this idea of having this. They're probably, it's not relatable to the average person. They don't want to read subtitles. My goodness. I hate when they treat the audience like they're infants. Hate it. Mandayaim. Shoel, what is your number one favorite Mandoa word? Whether it's just like the sound pronunciation or the meaning behind it. Is it the Haruni? And they use the kind of words Mandalore was built for, glory and combat, yeah. I have to make a bunch of words, yeah. I mean, if you... The ones I sent you was with some of my rewrites, I think, sound better than the Disney ones, too, so that probably made it a little easier. Because The Disney one gets a little flowery at times. Oh, I replaced it already. Oh well. Okay.
Stand before you petition intervention.
Okay, I need this line. Where's the first chatter? They have chatter here? Oh, I guess they did have. Okay. A little bit of chatter here.
Stand before you petition intervention.
That's like really background stuff, so he can start talking because this isn't allowed chatter. And I need this line. Here's my flashcard lessons. Okay. G. Doesn't that mean like previously? Now. Okay. I knew it was some sort of time placement. Counts for half credit, right? So now, Grief Karga. Oh man, I don't know this. Oh, if I remember, that's probably like the magistrate one. Now Garga has become the magistrate. Yeah, I think that's under. I think that's planet. And his planet is, I don't know, Ramo. That's a weird one to translate. Oops.
G kargatsu yalorbe mesum megge hutune ramo.
Shouldn't that be like Kui? I think he said Sui.
G kargatsu yalorbe mesum megge hutune ramo.
Maybe just a K will help it.
G kargaku yalorbe mesum megge hutune ramo. 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 G kargaku yalorbe mesum megge hutune ramo.
That sounds like a little bit of the urgency I wanted. Alright, from the Shoya. Honestly, hard to pick a favorite. I do like the word Shoi for its meaning and sound, where Shoya comes from. For the versatility of the words, car and tile. Yeah, well, that was hard to... yeah. Karga is a leader of his planet, which bandits, criminals are sieging. Nice. Yeah, that works. Like, so much of Mandoa is context. Like, they understand the concepts. They're not, they don't care about titles. Oh, you call yourself a magistrate or a leader. Like, no, this is a very direct people. They've got a lot of tactical words. Different situations. They have... I love the phrases when you sort by here, and just like, these were so well developed by Karen Travis. Oh yeah, let me see, expand. Like, all these phrases on how they all have like short words. I mean, of course, this type of stuff I absolutely love. No one cares who your parent was, only the parent you'll be. My goodness. The familial as I know Disney was like scared to get into the cult side of Death Watch, all you had to do was go into this and like show how honorable this culture is in regards to the family. Like, yeah, they'll behead someone for glory, but that's like that's their millennia long religion. Not saying that's a good thing, like how they morally behaved in the Mandalorian Wars. Although there are rumors that the Sith Emperor was involved in that. But I love how the language just has these like short words for these concepts and these phrases. I'm trying to think of the best example of that. Like that one's a good one, where Kui like literally translates, I guess, to "it was ages ago," but it's like used. Like, it's a very developed language, which is cool. And there are some things that, like, black ale looks good, tastes good, and by golly, it does you good. Yeah, like this type of thing. Like, there's probably, I mean, that's like a soft English translation. This is the kind of stuff I like, where to them this means something that's hard to translate into English words. I mean, it's really like, I'm about to effing kill you, essentially. That's the type of stuff I love. Modern Mando's chilled out a bit, but yeah. Oh, yeah, the further back you go, it gets more. I mean, all of world history, which that tracks with how the world generally works and how the galaxy would work. Yeah, they, of course, by the time of the Clone Wars, like, the Mandalorians were unrecognizable, which is exactly what Kreia predicts will happen to them, which I think is awesome. I know in one of George Lucas's original sequel trilogy scripts, he was going to bring back the Mandalorians and, like, have them be a big part of the threat. It was in one of his old stuff. Like, this was before he wrote the prequels. It was like in the late 80s he started writing out, like, okay, should I do the prequel trilogy next, or should I do my sequels and then go back? So he had some initial ideas of 7, 8, and 9 were going to be about the resurgence of the Mandalorian clans. Yeah, don't F around with me. Yeah, that's probably the best one. Okay, fun detour, as they always are.
G carga qui all'orbe messum. Megge hutu ne ramo.
Where's the intervention? I'm running a bit slow on my stuff. See how it works. I mean, I can just like reuse a clip and crop and move it, so I can extend if we need to. Now, Galaga. Okay. They deserve to be a big part. Yeah, Jango, the Shabla, the Mandalore, yeah, led a huge role in the destruction of the Jedi Order. Yep. Okay, yeah, good to know. You can, if I need to shorten it, but like I said, I should be able just to like replicate a few shots if I need. Since I have like all my own background noise now, like this, just to show an example, this is how I do stuff if I need to extend a scene. It's 4K footage, so you can like punch in and just like move it. Like, look how different that looks compared to that simple. I've got myself like another 5 seconds if I want to cut to a different scene after something. Especially with these guys, like when their mouth doesn't move. This is the best possible like fan edit stuff because I can do anything I want. It's awesome. Okay, this should be translated to. Since then, Karga has become the High Magistrate of the planet, and his world is under siege by pirates. That's probably, the English is probably too long for what he says here. So this is a problem with the English. I like the words and concepts are perfect for the Mandoa, so I just need to cut out some of this. I might just say like after that. Again, this is just the English translation, so it's gonna became magistrate of the planet. I can just kind of say which is now besieged works. Besieged by pirates. That shortens it up, makes it more readable. Match meeting. Yep. Dubbing Mandos is a blessing. It is. Blessing and a curse, because it takes so long to do, but it gives you so much creative freedom. This is going to be like another, 3-hour stream of 80-90% Mandoa again. Alright, let's listen to this.
Nikartaili kisol garolar talgala akanir beroya se begrif karga bachortavi benevarro. Garte ganali ni balnera dor kotela parjai. Balberoyat sat bajhibi kot be mandayaim. Ji karga kuyalor be mesum. Megge hutune ramo.
Perfect. Yeah, that English translation flows perfectly. That's just what I wanted. Okay, so now it's the intervention. Stand before you to petition an intervention.
Nimoti tigartionir garakanir.
Nice. That's it. Can throw that right in the meantime to make up some. Well, that's longer than I thought. Really? Really? Is it that long? Dang. I'm still running behind, I guess.
Before it's too late.
To rescue Navarro before it's too late. Please. Like that's how Din sounds to me in the show. We must rescue Navarro before it's too late, guys. I don't like how this speech goes. No word for petition or intervention, so he basically just says, I am asking you to fight. Yeah, that works. Okay. Good to know. I might change. Like, yeah, that's not a very good. Mandalorians wouldn't say, I'm here to petition you for an intervention. Watch this. To call you to battle. Yeah, that sounds like a Mandalorian, not petition and intervention. And this is like the direct translation of the Mandoa anyways, which makes sense because this is how they freaking talk. Go there. This is nice. I'm liking what I see. Okay. I keep pulling. I need to get rid of this. I don't want that anymore. That's inferior. Okay.
I'm in no position to ask for any more of you. However,
She needs to just roll into talking again here, which we will do. Okay, we're gonna go. I ask all of you to help free Navarro, not merely for, is that kindness, or not from like the goodness of our hearts. Is that what that's directly translating to? I am asking you to rescue, to help free Navarro. Yeah, I am asking you to help free. Is that like a word for liberate Navarro? Not from the kindness of our hearts. That's how I understand that. Give me a grade. A, B, C. I like the first half a lot. Just got some urgency in there.
Neshite jate bikun kartase.
No.
Neshite jate bikun kartase.
There we go. Great job, Din. Good delivery. I knew you had it in you. This scene is gonna be epic, my dudes. When you watch this whole film, I am telling you, this movie I am creating is going to be completely unrecognizable to what you saw on your televisions or mobile devices or computer monitors in season 3. This is so different, start to finish. The events, the tone, the themes, unrecognizable, I promise you. And if you like the original Disney Plus better, tell me. I can take criticism, faux show. For me though, I'm telling the story I wanted to hear, that I wanted to see on my TV. Yeah, so I made that word from Gotal. That's a Star Wars species, the Gotal. And Mav, go Mav. Yeah, make free. Nice. See, that's the stuff I need to learn that you're doing, of like, when there's not a direct word translation, what things can I like combine and put an apostrophe there to combine ideas and phrases to kind of caveman talk, what they would say. Because, like I said before, I know that this language is more concept-based than just straight vocabulary. they understand meanings and deeper phrases than just the surface level words. Why use many word when few word do trick? Okay, I was translating, getting the subtitles here. I'm just gonna chop some of this down. I ask you to free. Not merely from the kindness of our I hate when there's just like one word on the bottom. That never looks good. Let's try that. The subtitles gotta look nice too, you know?
I am in no position.
Oh. Wait, what? Oh, that's why. Because I didn't put the second half of the sentence in there. Dirt to dirt. Because I was so short. Shoya, what was like the main task that caused you to dive so deeply into the language? I mean, I know you were working on your own Mandalorian series just in general. Was it just from like actually trying to translate the entire show? What was like the OG project that made you dive into it? Technically, it's the good of our hearts. That word shorten the line. Okay. Yeah, okay, that works. Not really from the kindness of our hearts. I am in no position to ask you. Yes, you are. You're a Mandalorian. You're always in position, my friend. Sorry, I'm touching stuff while it's moving. Need a bigger break in between there. Pull you outward. Need a fade in. For some reason that one's so much louder than the other line. He like yells Nishi. Much better. You get a nice fire pop that's cinematic. Not merely for the kindness of our hearts. Pop! Sick. It's like a sassy snap in the crowd. Ooh, got him. But to show Mandalorian strength to the galaxy once more. Yeah. Oh, that's... You know, Shoya, you should translate the entire show's English subtitles into Mandoa so the Mandalorians watching can understand it better. Shoya was basically you were interested in Mandalore for a number of years before the Mando show came out. You were in online forums and stuff when the Mando show was coming out. You started Mandalore Lessons channel. Oh, cool. Making educational videos on it was basically how you learned, which is why your later stuff is better than, yeah, everybody's is. To redo some videos, translated the entire first episode, did some other scenes. Good idea. That's a fun side project. I can send you all the subtitle files if you want. And while you're at it, like, you should do the acolyte into Mandalore as well. Please translate lesbian in Mandalore for me. Okay. I'm looking at the picture you sent me. Okay, open that. Is this the why use many word when few word do trick? That's funny. Okay. I needed to record this line now. I've done the English words. Can you imagine how... I mean, this is taking me a very long time, even with everything already pre-translated by King Shoya, but can you imagine if I was trying to I would have gotten like 3 sentences done so far. Thank you so much. Like, I see that and that just looks like teenager. Tenganar. I know this is like the words are all mixed up and dyslexia is in my mind, a teenager. Okay.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek.
This needs to be like a shout.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek.
Might try the other model.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek.
Yeah.
He shouted loudly. Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek.
Yeah, see.
He shouted loudly.
Not perfect yet, but you can see this model does the excitable words better.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted
Is
loudly.
it doing Tuggeek? That sounds wrong. That should be Tugish. Sometimes you gotta change it so the thing understands.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly. Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly. Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly.
I feel like he was doing better before.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly. Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly.
Should be more of a shh.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly.
That word sounds better. He was getting the tone perfect earlier.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly.
That was pretty good. I liked that one.
Atingan Armando Kot by YouTube Geek. He shouted loudly.
Yeah! Okay. This needs an exclamation point, no doubt. Not from the kindness of our hearts. I challenge anyone on Earth to watch this version of the scene and compare it with the Disney version and tell me which one sounds more Mandalorian to you. Which one makes you think of Mandalorian culture? Makes you feel like you're there, experiencing However. So now it's like when he's doing this and they start to chatter. I think he shouted loudly. Watch me like forget that's in my film and release it. And it's got... It's like narrating himself. But now when these guys start to chatter, chitter chatter, pitter patter, they're like, dang, I remember the glory days. Yeah. See what I mean? Just listen to the whole conversation so far.
Nikartayli kisol garolar talgala akanir beroya se begriv karga bachor tave benevarro. Garte ganali ni balnera dor kotela parjai. Balberoyat sat bajhibi kot be mandayaim. Ji karga kuyalor be mesum. Megge hutune ramo. Nimoti tigarti onir garakanir. Nityu nigargate lirgo mavar nevaro. Neshite jate bekun kartase. Atengan Armando caught by you to gish.
Nice. I mean, that works so well. I need a little longer on these subtitles. Some of them are rolling a little fast. Move it like one more frame up. I'm happy with it so far. I accidentally said you instead of Gar. Oh no. Oh. It's Oyu. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that sucks because I liked the delivery so much there. What if I just like...
Armando caught by you.
I mean, it almost, since it's by you, I mean, it is almost already sounds like Oyu. I think it works actually. Boom. Chitter chatter. I love that. He's like, dang, he's getting the crowd going. This guy's talking. Does he sound like a Mandalore? Huh? I might have to cut out this next line just to make space in my scene. Let's see. I mean, it would be... Maybe I can just like roll through these faster. I'm still like one sentence behind in my pacing with the original scene. Yeah, Din's drunk when he's giving a speech. He's been hitting the spotchka before he got up there. He just had to calm his nerves.
Ibich neshi pakot teganal. Ibich hatai.
It always wants to go Ibich. Right, it's Ibik. Ibikhate.
Ibi ikneshi pakot teganal. Ibi ik hatai. Ibi ikneshi pakot teganal.
Okay.
Ibi ik hatai.
It's freaking out with that.
Ibik neshi pakot teganal. Ibik hatai.
This needs to have the oomph.
Ibik neshi pakot teganal. Ibik hatai. Ibik neshi pakot teganal.
Come on, at least
Ibik
pronounce the
hatai.
words.
Ibik neshi pakot teganal. Ibik hate.
There we go. Yeah. Say it with some fire. This is no simple rescue. This is a demonstration. Because it thinks it's Italian. Yeah. Yeah, it sometimes it like pops up with the warning. It's like unsupported language. Da-na-na-na-na. But I like how it, like, since it thinks it's other languages, it'll put like that accent on it, which I like. Makes it sound more foreign, more Star Warsy. So instead of like using these gaps, I'm just gonna have them start like talking underneath what he's saying. That seems like a pretty Mandalorian thing to do. They're not gonna wait to be polite. They're just gonna say what they think. As he's going along, like, yeah, brother. Whoa, amen. He's preaching fire.
Caught by you to gish. Ibik neshi pakot teganal. Ibik hate.
Needs a little bit of a gap there, though.
By you to gish. Ibik neshi pakot teganal. Ibik hate.
Good. I like that. Next line. More indistinct chatter. This is a hunt. I gotta do this manual again. Ibik. Wayakar. Let's make him scream.
Ibik oyakar.
Wasn't really a scream, but didn't hate it.
Ibik oyakar. Ibik oyakar.
I'm gonna have to do the he shouted loudly thing.
Tai, Ibik oyakar. He shouted loudly.
Too fast.
Aye, Ibik oyakar. He shouted loudly.
Almost.
Aye, Ibik oyakar. He shouted loudly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, Ibik oyakar. He shouted loudly.
Let's see if that other one works. However, please guys, quiet down. I have the talking stick. Stop. Disney Plus did. I'm lost in the sauce. Help me, someone. Where do I want? I'm trying to bring this voice line in. This is a hunt. He shouted loudly. This is a hunt. Yeah.
Caught by you to gish. Ibik neshi pakot tegana. Ibik hate. Ibik oyakar.
Why is that cut? fade out some of the chitter chatter.
Neshite jate bekun kartase. Atengan armando kot bayutugish. Bik neshi pakot tegana. Bik hate. Ibik oyakar.
I need to fix some of like the popping in and out noises. I just gotta do a million of these. Like I want the chatter, but it's gotta fade out faster. And like a lot softer. Let's try this.
Nityunigar gate lirgumawar nevaro. Neshite jate bekun kartase. Atengan armando kot bayutugish. Bik neshi pakot tegana. Bik hate. Ibik oyakar.
Gonna move this back a little bit. Volume boost you up a bit. That gap worked better now. Just need to fix that one. Look at that! He says that he's throwing the hammer out. See that timing? Okay, I'll do another pass. Let me just get all the voice lines in place and see what exactly I need to cut out, because this... I still got plenty of room to play with. Yeah, we got time. We got time. Dang! I'm not even going to be able to finish this. I got 5 minutes left in me, peoples. What I missed here? Dumbledore asked calmly. Did you put your name in a fire? Someone should make like a Metal Screamo song of that. I'm sure they already have, honestly. How much Mando was actually in season 3? Sir Punklahoma, thanks for joining. The answer to that question is 0. There is a teeny tiny bit in the Book of Boba Fett when she's training Din to use the Darksaber. She is counting in Mandalore using the like actual numbers from the EU. But I don't think they used a single word in season 3, which is ridiculous because it's like the most Mandalore focused one where it's like all in the clans. It's just dumb. I mean, that whole season was dumb in my opinion. They took so long to produce it, and then it felt like they made everything in like a 4-month span. What happened here? 1 or 2 names, okay. Yeah. Okay, let's... I'm not even going to finish this Din speech tonight, I don't think. This would actually take me like 3 or 4 days to do this conversation if I was having to translate this. Now, if I was like locked in Zin pouch in lip, just cranking it out, I would be going a lot faster, but I'm hanging out. We're having fun. We can only have fun for like 5 more minutes though, and then my eyes are getting sleepy. It's leg day tomorrow. I need to eat some more protein before bed. Not going to be able to stream tomorrow. Maybe later Friday. Okay, let's get like one more line in here. To reclaim the territory that the Imperial Remnant took from us. I already had that in there. Awesome.
Ibirve meg majitse be oyut sadhibi tehmi. Ibirve meg majitse be oyut sadhibi tehmi. Ibirve meg majitse be oyut sadhibi tehmi. Ibirve meg majitse be oyut sadhibi tehmi.
Why is he like whispering it at the end?
Ibirve meg majis be oyut sadhibi tehmi. He shouted loudly.
He shouted loudly.
Ibirve meg majis be oyut sadhibi tehmi. He shouted loudly. Ibirve meg majis be oyut sadhibi tehmi. Ibirve meg majis be oyut
It's
sadhibi
too
tehmi.
slow.
He shouted loud. Ibirve meg majis be
See ya,
oyut
Patali.
sadhibi tehmi. He shouted loudly. Ibirve meg majis be oyut sadhibi tehmi. He shouted loud. Ibirve meg majis be oyut sadhibi tehmi.
He's talking fast here, but I need some fast. He's following up from this as a hunt to reclaim the territory. He shouted loudly. Ding ding da da dun 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 dun. Yeah, this is a good last line to end on because the next one's like the transition line of furthermore da 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 da. Nice. That goes on pretty far. We can probably throw another line in there. Next will be, furthermore, Karga is offering recompense for the safety of his world. Land! Large foothold on an independent world in the Outer Rim. I have all this time, right? Yeah, I've gotten to, like, here, basically. And then I can even add some more, so we're looking pretty good. Timing looks good, because we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more sections. Now, some of them are very long. Like, look at this one. This one's a beast. So some of this will take a while. There's 5. But if I can trim up a few of these lines if I need to. Let's do one final listen. It won't sound perfect yet because I haven't done all the audio mixing yet, but see how we like the pacing of everything. To take the land that the leftovers of the Galactic Empire took from us. Might make it Maji Shea. Okay. A Concordian accent, yeah. It's like the southern accents for southern U.S. is the Concordians.
He's right. I gotta help the guy.
You can't do it alone.
Nikar taili kisol garolar talgala akanir beroya se begrif karga bachor tave be nevarro. Garte ganali nibal nera dor kotela parjai. Bal beroyat sat bajhibi kot be mandayaim. G karga kuya lorbe mesum. Megge hutune ramo. Imoti tigartio nir garakanir. Nityo nigar gate lirgo mavar nevaro. Neshite jate bekun kartase. Atengan armando kot bayu tugish. Ibik neshi pakot tegana. Ibik hate. Ibik oyakar. Ibirve megmajais bi oyutsad hibitemi. Covert were in.
Very good. I'm very happy. Other than like this last line, which I didn't do the mixing yet for. Did I even? I did do that. That sounded wrong, but we'll fix that in the next stream. Actually, I'll be fixing this off stream. I haven't, like, thanks to Shoya, I have enough now that I can basically run with the rest of this conversation. And I'll probably finish this on my own time before my next stream on Friday. See how much I get through. But yeah, we're under 20 hours of work left, I would say. For sure, on the whole thing till release. Yeah, I wanted to have it out this weekend, the film. It's not going to... I mean, I still probably need 3 full days of work on this thing. And then... Once I finish it, I'm going to send it out to some other editors for like a bug watch review. So we're probably... I mean, realistically, we're probably looking at next weekend for release, 10 days away. That's probably what we're looking at here. But as soon as I wrap up on this one, I got to move on to right into book 6 while I have the momentum. With all the changes I've made here with the plot structures, it's so easy for me to forget, and then it takes me like hours to regroup, like figure out where I was at, what I was editing. I mean, look at this. This is just... I got 23 lines of audio here. It's all beast. What do I have all the way down here? Why is that so far down? Just is. That one had to be on line 23. No other would do. I promise. Definitely not a lack of organization. It's just necessary. Well, that's a wrap, my friends. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I'm groaning at the thought of having to revoice all of Gorian Shard. I don't think he talks that much, thankfully, through this. I am 1,000,000% revoicing the Ugnaught. There's a starfighter. Have you ever heard an Ugnaught talk before? The Ugnaughts talk like... And that was a perfect impression on my part. Anyways, thank you so much to everybody who joined tonight. Shoya, you saved my life. You gave me the next day of work. Like I can run with this now and hopefully get through the rest of the Din conversation and then through Paz. If I want this Bo-Katan narration to be in Mandoa, I will Discord message you sometime the next day or two about that. And again, no rush on that, but I have to decide first. I really gotta think. I gotta listen to the whole thing, look at the context. I'm leaning towards I actually think it should be. Especially, I have always... Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Dang it. I'll rewrite it and Discord message you. Because I've always hated how she's explaining what this ship is. Who do you think you're talking to? And she's saying like the most basic stuff ever. You will operate as a tight team. Yeah, this is going in Mandalore. We gotta make this like a battle call. And I might purge the entire soundtrack. This has gotta be a Mandalorian battle song. What song should it be? Like, Vode on doesn't work. Delwerda. Did I ever show you this, Shoyo? When I don't think I showed this on stream yet. It's the duel between Paz and Din. I threw in Delwerda in there, like, as they're suiting up for battle. It's so cool. Oh, I love it so much. I'm gonna get banned for this. YouTube is gonna just take a dump on my face.
Balji Nikelir Parche Bichtega.
Vabir Garjorle Kirati Bichakanir Dinjarin.
Nivabir.
Hear the war drums? Screw it. Screw the copyright. Everybody listen. Come on! Woo! Dude, I'm ready to sign up for war. Put me on the front lines. Let me be blaster fodder invading terrorists in 3900 BBY. As long as that music is playing. Oh yeah. Kote Darasum Kote. That's so hype. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe Gratua Khan. Other background music's from Republic Commando. Okay. Yeah, the De Werda Verda. Yeah, since I used it earlier, I don't want to use it again. And it's got to be something that like works underneath Bo-Katan's narration. So obviously, I'm gonna have to write that first. Have what I actually want her to say, and then Gratua Khan might work, or Gratua Kun. It might be a little hard, like, to hear. I wonder if there's a Gratua Kun instrumental. The instrumental would be good, because if she's doing a narration, you can't have the chanting in the background. It's going to be distracting. Gratua Kun instrumental. I might be able to find enough parts of it. It's such a good song. Yeah, there's definitely a part. Dun, 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 dun. I'll figure it out. That's an option. Yeah, like the choir is no. Definitely, guy. 100% right. This guy's really like, why is this guy responding to my comment from 4 years? Nutshack Lover. Alright. And in honor of Nutshack Lover, we are going to wrap up the stream. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night of work. Just short of 3 hours. I can't let it get to 3 hours. I just can't. Oh, wait. Oh, we've crossed the threshold already. Well, it's been real, my friends. Peace and love. Grace and peace. Shut the cow.